Welcome to Scrapple TV.
When my music is blue and my mojo is blue, will I just swim on down to the Black Shell Saloon?
Yes, he does.
We are HUZZARTIST Workshop. We are a collective of puppeteers, visual artists, and musicians working intercontinentally to develop new works of theater and spectacle with puppets. A 1, 2, 3, hit it! Marathon and a Saturday night, little fish bear, Baba Dubai. So the title of the piece is Death in the Underwater West, and there's a sizable story behind its genesis.
It began in our basement. It started like a year ago. We started working on various projects, puppet projects. We worked on a little piece called Brundy Bar. This was our first full show for kids. And progressively, we moved on during wintertime in various creations, and it all wound up to be in the same ambience, like a Western ambience. And we decided to make this underwater Western.
In the story, one of the characters is actually just a pair of boots, and they were boots that Danya initially made for a chicken that we were making for another story altogether, and we liked it, and we realized, Boots was this character unto herself, and Boots was all about living in the West, as Boots do.
And we were really onto putting on some live music onto our show, and this is when Bob came into the project with his beautiful guitar and looping sounds.
I'm playing guitar in the show. It's a pretty simple setup. I just have a big muff distortion pedal, a wah-wah pedal, and a looping pedal. There's a little chunk of time where I kind of went home and worked on some stuff. They kind of did a rough kind of walkthrough of the show for me, and I kind of made some mental notes, and then went home and started working out some stuff, and then came back and shared it, and they were like, "Oh, you're on the right track," and so it's always good to know that you're thinking along the same lines, and it's kind of built off of that. So it's nice that there's an element of improvisation within the show too. So the music changes a little bit from each time we perform it, even though the skeleton of the piece is there, but there's room to play and figure out new things.
We keep on creating and finishing the objects that every time we play a show. This show contains multitude of little objects.
We're basically looking at this show, approximately 45-minute piece of puppetry, theater puppetry. Looking at it as a piece that potentially we could tour.
The future of our show would be to keep on collaborating and have collaborations in many festivals, hopefully in Europe and hopefully in the United States.
And we'd like to be able to take in Danya and Ameal's communities, and to see how we can sort of expand both this piece, the underwater Death in the Underwater West, but also see where we can develop more works, new works, as HUZZARTIST Workshop.
This connection Gwen and I have and created is a very good connection in terms of also having this bridge from a country to another, and we hope to be able to keep on having this artistic connection, to be able to team up with other people, also get more art with other artists also.
Whoa, I want to scream and shout!
Fish, fish, is the fish is this? Fish, fish, is the fish is this? Fish, fish, is the fish is this? Fish, fish, is the fish is this?
Oh, that's a blue whale's tail. That's a flipper from above, up there.
I like it like that.